It's lights out, and away we go. And it's a good start for Hamilton. It's a good start for Alonso, and Gasly could be under pressure soon. Hamilton moves to the inside. Gasly stayed ahead of Alonso, who might pressurise going into turn one. But it's Hamilton from Gasly, Alonso. Then comes Lando Norris. Max Verstappen on the inside has made a brilliant start, but then goes off the track as Fernando Alonso closes the door on him. Verstappen still trying to battle away with Lando Norris, and he's got ahead of the McLaren.
Tremendous start, just what Max Verstappen needed up into P4, and Alonso then through on Gasly, but Lewis Hamilton very clearly out front. He'll take some beating from there. Max on the inside, he can see them all darting around outside. Quite cautious there from him, understandably, but he is just where you need to be in the corner. And then suddenly, Fernando clearly didn't know he was there.
Pierre just been told Max is not our race.
Max is not our race, which is about as subtle as I think they could do
wide.
that. Gasly's gone very wide there, and that's going to allow Max Verstappen to close down. He's got DRS on Gasly. This could be quite an easy pass down the main straight. It is an easy pass down the main straight. He's still got DRS, and he's ahead of the AlphaTauri. Verstappen started 7th, and now on lap 4, he's up into the podium places.
I don't think Fernando gets silly. He won't be giving this place up easily, but I don't think he's going to fight too hard.
He's not really got the pace to fight it too hard. In the space of a lap here, Fernando Alonso has been overtaken, Pierre Gasly's been overtaken, and Max Verstappen has gone from 4th to 2nd.
I do get the feeling Red Bull have got a very good race car. And looking at the top speeds as well without DRS, they're very similar to the Mercedes, as then Sergio Perez makes his way past Esteban Ocon, confirming Red Bull do. And look, is this a double overtake for Valtteri Bottas? Not quite.
It might not even be one overtake for Valtteri Bottas, who got on the dusty part of the track, and it didn't seem to do him any good. Stroll keeps his place. Bottas, though, does get past Tsunoda. He's up into the points. We did come here fearing that it would be very difficult to follow in that middle sector, so you couldn't get as close as Sergio Perez to Lando Norris to make the overtakes. But look at that, Perez lasting past again with DRS, an extra 10 miles an hour of advantage with a gap opening in that rear wing. Perez now up to 4th. Valtteri Bottas has limbered up, and limbered up nicely. It maybe took him a while to get going in this race, but he's now showing his skills. Well, you've got Alonso and Perez, and you've got Bottas, who needs to make a stop because he hasn't stopped yet. Perez is going to have a go on Alonso here, and he goes around the outside, but Fernando Alonso keeps the speed on the inside, maintains his momentum. Perez and Alonso going wheel to wheel, and this is not over yet as Alonso goes off the track and has to come on behind the Red Bull. He hung that out for as long as he possibly could, and Perez got his elbows out too. Valtteri Bottas has got a puncture. And you can see that front left tyre of Valtteri Bottas has forced him wide and onto the gravel. And this is absolutely destroying Valtteri Bottas's race. He's at turn 7, coming towards turn 8. He's got over half a lap to try and limp home. He's putting gravel onto the circuit as well. Now the yellow flag's very definitely being waved. Oh, and Valtteri Bottas hasn't made his pit stop yet. Going long on this first stint, the only driver who hasn't stopped yet. His race is coming undone. Sergio Perez coming in for another stop.
Sergio Perez now has to get through Lance Stroll, Esteban Ocon, Lando Norris before he gets back to Fernando Alonso.
Tell Esteban to defend like a lion.
And Alonso wants Esteban to do for him what he did for Esteban to win that race in Hungary. Hamilton's just taken the fastest lap off Perez. Here goes Perez on Stroll. That one's been coming. Perez on a 2-stopper, Lance Stroll on a 1-stopper. Now he can get after Ocon.
Like we went for 2 men.
You've got this. You've got the podium. It's yours. These guys in the 1-stop, they're going to be suffering.
As they cross the line, and Perez, with that extra 10 miles an hour, is forced round the outside. Well, I think Ocon did the best he could there, but to the delight of the man waving the Mexican flag, Perez is through. Ocon defends as best he can and still comes back at Sergio Perez just to try and keep the move going, and he's actually going to make a move around the outside, is he? Here at the hairpin, turns 4 and 5, Ocon's really going for it. That was getting his elbows out. There's George Russell with his wings scraping along the ground. Has he got a puncture too? Yes.
Left front's gone as well.
just seemed very innocuous, that curb, but obviously did enough to start deflating that front left tyre. Charles Leclerc, his teammate ahead of him, has got to about a second behind Lance Stroll, and there's another front left tyre, this time Nicholas Latifi in the Williams.
There he goes, a curb strike, but I think the left front was already going down at that point. And of course he's missed the pit lane there in that respect.
A bit like Pierre Gasly in qualifying yesterday.
We will make it off.
We should be fine, but let's stay extremely cautious on that front left.
Just a few more corners to go for Lewis Hamilton, who started the fight back in terms of the World Championship chase when we were in Sao Paulo. That fight back has continued here with back-to-back victories for Lewis Hamilton as he now sees the checkered flag in the distance, powers down the main straight and comes home to win the Qatar Grand Prix. Hamilton on top in Qatar. Max Verstappen, though, limiting the damage, started 7th. Will come home to finish 2nd and take that fastest lap point as well. Fernando Alonso back on the podium in Formula 1. Welcome back, Fernando. He comes home to finish 3rd. That is a brilliant result for him and for the Alpine team. Sergio Perez will finish just under 3 seconds behind for Red Bull. Esteban Ocon, a fine evening for Alpine. He'll take 5th place. We go now to the final 2 races with the top 2 separated by not much. And who knows what's going to happen from here on in? Could it still go down to the wire?